I will forever remember the day that I sat in ICU, 2004, August. Daughter Jenna, 12 years old, had just gone through a life-saving organ transplant, her liver. But as I sat in that room, and again, we think about hurry, 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 right? Our lives are all about hurry, get stuff done, make more money, build the practice, build the business, build wealth. Yeah, I get that. But when I had that opportunity, a little bit forced on me, right? Forced on me. It's my daughter, and I'm sitting there, and she's hooked up to everything in the world, right? All the monitors, all the IVs, all the drugs going in, but she's pushing through. But what's going on through my head at that time? I'm thinking, what am I doing? What have I done? Have I put my focus in the right place? What I didn't need more of at that time was more money, did I? Because money wasn't going to fix anything. What did I need more of? Time. I need more time. You know, we live our lives with this preconditioned myth about work, right? Be successful, provide for our families. That's important. Work until we're at that retirement age, whatever that means, whatever retirement age is by society's definition. Sometime in your 60s, or today it's being pushed to the 70s, whatever that is. And I think that's so wrong, but that's the way we've grown up. We've been preconditioned to say that's what you do. And when we're preconditioned, it's hard to break out of a mindset that tells us that's what we have to do. And my whole premise today is don't live your life by other people's agenda. You've got to create your own. You've got to create your own. Instead of thinking about a retirement age, how about a retirement number? A number not tied to age. So in retirement, it's like, well, just give me more time. That'll solve the problem. Does it ever solve the problem? No, it doesn't. So there's something broken about our thinking, about our system. Would you agree? Yeah. But I also grew up with the same myths. Hardworking father, physician, worked hard for the family, dedicated. And so I role model after that. That's what I need to do. But now I'm torn because what's more important for me right then and there? The practice, the business, or my daughter? And that's an easy one, right? So that's when I made my decision. I made a decision right there in the hospital that I wasn't going to live my life that way anymore. Now, I had something that was going for me, and that's when I was in school, in college, I just started doing a little bit of study on investing. You know, how could I someday when I had some assets, some money to invest, you know, how was I going to do that? Fortunately, my dad believed in me and helped us invest in our first property. And you know, the story is, you know, we made money on that, and I rolled that into more properties. So great. I didn't really know that much about what I was doing, but I had good mentors. I read books. I found the right people. And again, that takes some work, does it not, to find right people? There's lots of people out there, a lot of pretenders, but you can find the right people. When I found the right people that gave me the right model, and I just followed it, when I was sitting in that hospital, I could actually do an accounting. Now, I hadn't figured out the Freedom Blueprint. I hadn't done any of that stuff. What I had to do is I had to focus on what's my number? Because that was definitely what I needed to do. What's my number? It's a point where, can I be free? Can I let something else go that in my mind I think I'm tied to? Because everybody says, well, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You got to figure this out. And so I started doing what we do in the Blueprint today. I started reverse engineering. You know, how much do I have in passive income from the real estate that I had acquired and built up to that point? How much was there? And how much could I cut, you know, the lifestyle nut, right? Because I would do anything at that point to have more time with my daughter. You know, God had granted me more time at that point. I didn't think I should push it anymore. The thing that helped me the most, and I didn't discover, you know, the concept of mastermind until about 12, 13 years ago. You know, I was always a seeker of information, reading information, but I'd never really found what I thought was really a mastermind group. Yeah, study clubs and that stuff and conferences, but never a place where like-minded people that came from different walks of life, different experiences came together and just openly shared, you know, what was working in life and shared resources, tools, but also that head game, you know, how we think. I needed that, and I needed that a lot right then and there because I was going to go through something that was a little bit scary, and a lot of people would say, what are you thinking, David Phelps? You're just going to give up this career. You spent all this time, this money investing in to be a dentist, and you're just going to walk away from it? And I could say yes, but it's still difficult to do. It's difficult to run contrary to what everybody else says, is it not? Don't we get a lot of people, shaking their finger and say, "What are you thinking?" when you talk differently? So you got to kind of find your people, your tribe, because it's very lonely out there if you try to do it by yourself. Very, very lonely. I want to read just a short excerpt from this book because I think it's so relevant. And this is the chapter 2, and the chapter is, "You Can't Go It Alone." None of us are immune from life's tragic moments. Like the small rubber boat we had in basic SEAL training, it takes a team of good people to get you to your destination in life. You cannot paddle the boat alone. Find someone to share your life with. Make as many friends as possible, and never forget that your success depends on others. I found the same thing in my life. I didn't have to paddle alone. I had people that I built relationships with over the years that had my back, that when I was in the deepest hole at that point in my life, trying to figure things out, as we often try to do by ourselves, right? Because, well, we've just done it that way our whole life. We've just bucked up and done it. But there's times when you've got to have someone else there to help you. And that's what mastermind groups have done for me. People ask me all the time, "David, if I come to Freedom Founders and I invest $35,000 a year at the entrepreneur level, if I invest $65,000 to be an elite member, how much money do I need to bring to get my ROI, my return on investment?" Now, that's not a stupid question. We talked about ROI yesterday. Data, metrics, ROI, how's our marketing work? I mean, you need that data. But the thing I want you to understand is that ROI is not just based on finances. What did I say earlier about what kind of return I needed? Did I need more money? Did I need a bigger ROI on my investments? More houses? No, I needed a return on time. That's what a mastermind gives you, a return on time. We've got to think differently about our life, because if we keep focusing on the hamster wheel, you're going to run out of time. It's not a someday equation. You've got to think about that. Life is a journey. It's not a journey to run solo. Life is just a journey that you need people to paddle with you. I'm going to ask you today, are you committed to focusing on time versus just money? Are you committed? If you are, stand up. If you are, stand up. Are you committed to taking a different path than society and everybody else says to take? If you are, stand up. Are you committed to make maximum impact in your life and not just money and run on the hamster wheel? If you are, stand up. Are you willing to take the journey and do what it takes and commit to that journey with your tribe? If you do, stand up. That's my call out to you. Are you in?